Standing here with new Heat head coach, Cail MacLean. First off, Coach, congratulations on what I'm sure is a very exciting time for you and for your family, being named the new head coach of the Stockton Heat. But we're here enjoying a nice little baseball game. Pretty soon, though, across the way, you're going to be getting ready to coach for the first time in the American Hockey League as a head coach. What are your feelings on becoming the new head coach of the Stockton Heat?
Well, first of all, thanks, Brandon, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a great opportunity. Excited to work with this group. Since I've been working with the Calgary Flames organization, I've been treated very well, and additionally coming here last year, great people here, great staff. The Stockton Heat organization has been a great one to work for as well. So it's just going to be a good time to continue forward for myself and my career, but most importantly, I'm looking forward to having a great year with the Heat.
Now, obviously, it comes at the heels of the succession of Ryan Huska, who does get an opportunity to go to Calgary as an assistant coach. And I'm curious, from your point of view, I think you see a lot of times the goal. It's a developmental league in the American Hockey League. The goal for any coach is to get players like Spencer Fu, like Rasmus Anderson, up to the National Hockey League. But it's also the goals of people like Brad Pascal, Brad Treliving, to move coaches up from one level to the next. And from your perspective, is it kind of cool to see Coach Huska get that opportunity and know that a similar opportunity was afforded to you by coming from Adirondack to here, and now maybe down the line you could be finding yourself in a similar situation up in Calgary?
Yeah, I agree. It says a lot about the Flames organization and Brad Treliving, Brad Pascal, Craig Conroy, all of those guys, and their ability to promote from within and their willingness to do so. I think it's something that we notice in the coaching world, and the bottom line is we all do work for opportunities much like the players do, and we're fortunate to have any position in this business when you get to these levels. But to see Ryan move on like that is pretty cool, and to be given the faith of Calgary Flames management to work with the young players down here is something that I really hold dear, and it's something that I feel is very important for the Flames organization. So I want to make sure I do a really good job with it.
Development is such a key aspect of any coach's job, just like winning is at this level. What is your overall philosophy when it comes to development? You've been a part of, obviously, the ECHL for quite a few years as a head coach. This is your first opportunity as an American Hockey League head coach. What do you see as the difference between those two when it comes to development?
Well, obviously, there's such a premium placed on development at this level in the American Hockey League. We want to create a culture that's going to breed winning, and we want to create a culture that's going to give us a chance to have success every night. But at the same time, we're here to develop players for the Calgary Flames, and I think that everyone understands that. We're working toward it, but as I mentioned, it's the best way to do that is to create that culture where people are coming in and working to get better every day. So it's going to be a really exciting challenge. In the ECHL, we had a few players. We worked with players like Brett Pollock and Ryan Lomberg and Mason McDonald, but now all of a sudden that number is going to get magnified. Going to be in charge of players that are right on the cusp, and some are coming in and they're just getting ready to start their career. So something that we as a staff are looking forward to.
Well, fans, I'm sure, are going to be interested at how the coaching change is going to affect the play on the ice. And I think the simple answer, for me at least as an outsider, is, well, I think you probably need to meet with head coach Bill Peters in Calgary to figure out how the style might differ from years past. But the question is still kind of an interesting one. How do you want the Stockton Heat to play underneath Cail MacLean?
Well, I think that you're exactly right. When it comes to a new coach being inserted into Calgary and Bill Peters, and then his new assistants coming in along with Jelena and Sigalet up there, I think that we're going to work off of a lot of their systems. But at the same time, when we're down here, we're thinking about playing that modern style of hockey. Something you hear coaches talk about a lot. It's so important to play fast, but the bigger part of that is how do you play fast? And that's all about support, being really connected, having continuity from the pressure that you apply to the puck. We want to do that with second and none work ethic. So if we can play really fast and we can put a lot of pressure on pucks, we can work and be disciplined in how we go about it every day, then we're going to create an atmosphere where players can develop and bring that into the NHL, because it's what they need at that level. And at the same time, we're going to give ourselves a chance to win every night.
Well, and that's been kind of the identity of the Stockton Heat for 3 years under head coach Ryan Huska, has been a hard-working team that's tough to play against, and it sounds like that's going to be something that's going to carry over. You guys want to be a tough, hard-working team where opposing teams are going to not like seeing the Stockton Heat on the schedule.
Yeah, that's a goal for us, and a lot of credit has to be due to Ryan Huska for helping to develop that and bring it to where it is right now. I think that he's someone that's put so much effort into this and grown this team, and we're all really thankful for what he's done, and now we're really wishing him great luck up at the next level. And if we can continue on that vein of making sure that every night we show up, every night we're consistent in our work ethic, our discipline is always there, then as a result, you're gonna be in every game. And when you're in every game as a professional, then you're giving yourselves the right chance to win every night.
Throughout your coaching career, whether it was a head coach in the ECHL, an assistant coach with the Abbotsford Heat, obviously last year with the Stockton Heat, you've won in a lot of places. When you see that, does it feel like it adds a little pressure? And do you like that kind of a pressure when you look at a record like that, or do you kind of look at this as with fresh eyes?
I think that anytime you get behind the bench in a sport, and especially in a professional atmosphere, you want to win, and you want to put up a winning record. You want to play in the playoffs. And we also know that one of the best forms of that development for these guys is to have them play extra games when it matters most. So there's a lot of pressure that I put on myself, and we as an organization, the whole Flames organization, I know collects people that will apply that pressure internally to get to where we want to go. So it's something that's very important to me, but at the same time, it's got nothing to do with my record or anything like that. It's about what can the team do together, and how can we help best accomplish both the players' individual goals to move to the NHL, but also the team goal to play and push and make a winning product here in Stockton.